And we're live.
When?
Right now. I don't know what that was. That was weird.
Okay.
One in Washington County. Because this is the Washington County show.
The Washington County show.
We're all about the Washington County Flag Football League here on the Washington County Flag Football Live show. Oh, we got 9 viewers.
You really gonna use Starburst live on the thing?
I did the other day during the interview. I was just kind of like whatever and just started eating Starburst.
It's a little wild.
Mm-hmm. I'm a wild guy. What can I say, Ross? Tyler, nobody asked about KFFL. We're talking about county in this broadcast. Let's do it. Welcome, everybody. Ross,
Yeah.
how was your weekend?
They're pretty good.
Yeah? What'd you do?
A couple things.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
Had a little practice on Sunday.
Practice on Sunday.
Yeah.
How are the Warriors looking? Like a middle-of-the-road team this season?
According to you, yeah.
5th place right now in the power rankings. Hard to tell where the Warriors will rise at right now. Warner's not happy about the power rankings. I know that much. And understandably so, the Warriors not off to a good start, 5th place. We will see where the
According
Warriors...
to you.
What? 5th place? It's just how I see it, brother.
According to you.
Hey, shout out from Maryland to St. Louis, James. Glad to hear from you all. Congratulations on starting up the season. Anyways, before we get to the show, let's recap what the power rankings are. And we're going to do a brief summary of what it is. We're not going to go into full detail. So this is what's going on for the power rankings. Number 9 was Pure Chaos. Like I said, they're new. We don't know much about them. They didn't look too good in the offseason. In fact, they haven't really scrimmaged anybody since March.
True.
So they're kind of just like in a bit of a spot where you got to wonder, what is Pure Chaos at this point? Number 8 was the Spartans. And the Spartans, like I said, they can go either way this year. This could be a big boom or bust year for them. I feel like they have to win fast. This is the team that needs a hot start. They need to learn to finish games. Number 7, I had Ruckus. Ruckus, if you actually look at the players they potentially have, it's actually a really good roster. And they looked pretty good in some of these scrimmages whenever they had their guys together. It's just the biggest question with Ruckus is going to be like, who are they going to dress from week to week, and how do they match up with the rest of the league? Personally, I looked at how Adam played in the offseason. I felt like he looked like a much better quarterback than the last time we saw him on program. And if you get that offense together with the weapons they could potentially have, I feel like the Ruckus could definitely get up there and surprise some people. Number 6, I had Program. You know, the Cramley has lost a few pieces, though. Kind of wondering right now about the Cramley.
I think they'll be alright.
You think they're going to be all right?
They still have their core, man.
I mean, the core is the heart of the team. That's all that matters in the end.
That's all they really ever really had. A couple guys here and there, in and out, but they really only had their core. They done all right with it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. I feel like Program is another... this is a deep league. And this is the one thing I wanted to reemphasize. We're in a deep league this season. This ain't no 6-team league or 7-team league, or this ain't no 5-team league. We have 9 solid teams. Plenty of talent in this area. And there's not much of a gap at all between these teams, in my opinion. It's actually pretty close, perhaps closer than ever.
Right.
Though one question's number 5, in this case the Warriors. Like I said, where are you guys going? Had some key losses in the offseason.
We're not going nowhere.
I mean...
We're not doing nothing.
We'll
probably be down there past Pure Chaos.
Past Pure Chaos. Is that a bold prediction, Ross?
Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see. Number 4, we had Broadax. We were talking about Broadax. Timmy Townsend in his second year has an opportunity to really shine this year. The Rookie of the Year last year. They picked up a few additional pieces. Bringing in Danny Longerbeam helps super up the line a little bit more on depth. Brandon Michael is an all-around athlete on both sides of the ball. Will Bray is another threat out of the backfield. I mean, that's the thing about it is, Joey's not going to carry the ball 85 times a game. Having Will Bray there, give him some release, is going to really help out. I'm really excited to see what Broadax can do. Number 3 was X-Dogs. Last year's league runner-up. Hard to tell what the X-Dogs are going to really be. They are one of the teams that we have not seen all year practically.
Right. Yeah, that's the team I find the most interesting.
I do
Will
too.
the Ball brothers be back? Does anybody know what the Ball brothers are doing?
Are the 2 Jasons coming,
Obviously, they have Chili for the first game.
That is something we'll get to later tonight, actually.
All right.
But that's the way it's looking. X-Dogs at number 3. Number 2 is the Misfits. Like I said, this team is going to come loaded. John Regan is one of the best recruiters in this country for a reason. He knows how to put together teams that not only can win, but can dominate. His track record has shown it. Last year, they destroyed the KFFL. The year prior in county, they actually had a really good regular season. They only went 8-1 until they fell short to Ruckus in the playoffs. Personally, Ross, I think the Misfits really have an opportunity to make a lot of noise this upcoming season. And I personally look forward to seeing what they can do. And number 1, of course, like I said last week, it's showtime, in my opinion. Chris Boone has not lost a regular season game in county ever. He's only had 2 losses since he joined the league. X-Dogs in 17, AFN in 18. Only 2 losses. The man just doesn't lose. He really doesn't. Boone just knows how to win. And the pieces he's going to have on Showtime, you're going to see some, I guarantee you're going to see some regular cast and crew from ADR. But there's a lot of guys we don't know about that I believe Chris Boone will be bringing in to the Washington County Flag Football League. So there's the power rankings, ranked 9 through 1. So that being said, we can move on now to this week's schedule. Beginning 9 a.m., we got the rivalry renewed. For the 3rd decade, Broadax will take on X-Dogs. 3 decades of this rivalry. This began in 2007. We think about it. The zeros, the teens, the 20s. They basically come into this season with the longest running rivalry in the Washington County Flag Football League. And they get a chance to renew it this Saturday in what I believe is supposed to be Chili's final game, as he will be playing on his current team versus his old team. That's what we've been told. He'll be playing in his final game. Shout out to Chili. We were hoping to get him on tonight, but he's been busy. Don't know what he's currently doing, but shout out to him. Great career he's had. Hopefully we'll hear back from him sometime soon. Looking forward to seeing him in action this Saturday. One more time. The other game going on, a rematch of last year's Next Contenders Championship. We got the Program versus the Spartans. And honestly, I look forward to that matchup. Rematch of last year's Next Contenders Championship. If you remember, the Spartans led 14-3. It was 14-3 Spartans until the Program rallied back and won the game 17-14. In what was an excellent battle between both of those squads. Look forward to that matchup being renewed once again. A bit of a rivalry brewing there. Looking forward to seeing how it goes. They've always had some competitive games. You go back in the history of Don Brown Spartans versus the program. You go as far back as 2016. Remember, fall of 16 when his team defeated the program and knocked him out of the top spot, on the top 2 spots in the seeding for the playoffs. That was the season where program made A. It was actually a really good squad. 2017, Spartans knocked off the program in the B bracket semifinals in an upset, 25-22. Who could forget that game? Last year, B bracket championship. Once again, this time, however, the program knocked off the Spartans. There's always been some kind of chippiness when those two play, even when it was the old Spartans, even when it was the original Spartans. And this Saturday, we get to see that matchup again, and I'm looking forward to it. The other matchups going on Saturday, 12 o'clock. I'm sure you're excited for this one, Ross. Warriors versus Ruckus. This is going to be a really good game. I am really stoked to see this one. Warriors and Ruckus, they've been playing for a while. That goes all the way back to 2016 when they first played. That was a Ruckus victory, 34-0, in a game where they dressed 2 Boonesboro alumni at quarterback, John Shobe and Cody Snavely. Wild. And then after that, the Warriors started doing a little bit better against Ruckus. They got a little bit closer in 2017, 33-24. Who can forget that game? Fall of 17. Spring of 18, 7-6. There was another close battle between the two. 7-0 in the fall of 17. Ruckus won. And who can forget last spring's crazy game? You remember last spring's crazy game? The one where you and Kyle Marshall both got ejected?
Yeah.
What a wild one that was.
That was a good game.
But you know what happened? The Warriors turned it around. After that game, Ruckus has not beaten them since. A couple weeks later, they beat them 20-0. And then back last year, it was 23-13. Remember, Alex Foster's debut at quarterback. He came out and he put up 23 on Ruckus. Mm-hmm. Going to be good to see this matchup, Foster versus Malott. I feel like it's a different kind of game. Both quarterbacks have different styles. But we'll get to that in predictions. Final game of the day. Misfits Pure Chaos. First time these two have ever played each other. So a nice little fresh matchup for Saturday. Looking forward to that game to see how, or even what is Pure Chaos, Ross?
Apparently it's the Bees.
They're the Bees?
Apparently it's the Bees.
I've heard they're not the Bees.
I've heard they're not the Bees, but apparently it's the Bees. A couple other guys, maybe. I don't know. I really haven't seen too much out of them.
I haven't either. The last time I've seen a couple pictures from their practices, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they leaked out on the internet.
Oh.
Some kind of sports photos or some site. I have no idea, brother. This guy added me the other day, and the first thing he had posted was Pure Chaos pictures. And I'll tell you, I saw who played quarterback that day. It's an old friend of mine. He looks pretty. He might be leading them to the promised land this year. We'll see.
Friend of yours, huh?
An old friend of mine, and my dad's. So that being said, let's get to predictions.
Where are we starting?
We're going to start the first game of the day. Broad Axe X-Dogs. Ross, who you got?
That's the most interesting game of the day.
That is the game of the week.
Ruckus always has this potential to get kind of weird. I obviously think I know who's going to win that one, but Broad Axe X-Dogs, man.
Timmy Townsend versus Matt Eisenberg once again.
The other thing is, you pretty much know what Broad Axe has. What does X-Dogs have?
What do the X-Dogs...
Bringing out old school X-Dogs?
You got to remember, Ross, the last time we saw the X-Dogs was the Winter Chiller.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened. TBT you know, just
Just did that thing.
we just did our thing that day.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Is it going to be the Winter Chiller squad?
Right? If it's that squad, I mean, they were a decent squad that day.
They beat the Bees.
Beat the Bees.
They just couldn't. They just didn't have enough against us, but we had a really loaded squad.
I'm gonna go X Dogs.
X Dogs?
You know?
Okay.
I think you're gonna pick Broad Axe, but I'm gonna go X Dogs.
Well, here's the thing about it. In my opinion, when it comes to the X Dogs Broad Axe rivalry, it can go either way. The last 4 times have been won by the X Dogs. The X Dogs have gotten a bit of the upper hand ever since Grable left.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been able to beat anybody who Broad Axe has had at quarterback.
That's true too.
So the question is...
Good pick me. I'm sticking with that one.
So the question is, who's more ready? The X-Dogs who have their number, or Broad Axe who actually comes in a bit seasoned? Remember, Broad Axe has played scrimmages.
When it comes to stuff, we play them.
Yeah, we played them. They played Spartans, they played Ruckus, they played Program. Broad Axe has actually gotten out there, unlike X-Dogs. As much as I like the X-Dogs, I think Broad Axe pulls this one off. I think the X-Dogs come in a bit rusty. I think they come off a little slow to start. And Timmy comes out hot. And I think in the end, if we don't see the X-Dogs of last year, I feel like it's going to be the Broad Axe of this year that's victorious. I'm going with Broad Axe.
It's a tough one to call, but
It's a very tough. It's a rivalry game. It can go either way. They've been playing since 2007, Ross.
yeah.
I was a sophomore in high school, or a junior in high school, when they started. And here we are. Timmy Townsend was only 6 years old
Sheesh.
when Broad Axe and X-Dogs first started playing.
That's wild.
It'll be close. I think Broad Axe wins, though. Second game of the day, Spartans Program. Who you got?
Another interesting one. I'm gonna go Program. Just like that. Now you're gonna give an explanation or nothing.
Program?
Just Program.
Well, let me see.
I gotta go with my boys over there in Program.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the Program, too, but the Spartans in this game,
You want to talk about readiness?
they're going to be...
I don't
They have
think
to...
anybody's more than any. There should be no other team out there that's more ready than the Spartans. I'm pretty sure they've had something going on every weekend.
Not even just once a weekend.
Right.
Twice a weekend.
Every
Saturday and Sunday they were practicing.
Yep.
They were like a circuit team.
I'm still going Program.
Okay. Personally, it comes down to quarterback play, like Tyler just said. Tyler literally said what I was about to say. Quarterback play is the biggest key. If Keenan can just stay consistent for a whole game and play 4 quarters, they can win. But the problem with Keenan last year I saw was that the offense in him never played 4 quarters.
Right.
They only played half games, or sometimes only 1 quarter. The other 2 or 3 they vanish.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't fix that consistency, I can't see them winning this game. But that said,
Right.
Program has the same problem with Cram Sanford.
Sure. Hit or miss. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He was hot toward the end of last fall. He won their games. He got them to the B championship. He won it. Let me get somebody on. I'm gonna say, and here to talk about this game before I predict it. If he actually connects, says adding. I just feel like quarterback is the biggest key to this game. What do you think, Fat?
Man, I think we're gonna be all right, man. We just gotta come out there and play 4 quarters, man. Hopefully we do that. Spartan got a good little team. I mean, not Spartan, excuse me. Program got a good mob or whatnot. We just gotta come out there and execute, man. I know we got some young boys that's hungry for real. We're gonna do what they need to do. Hopefully, we're gonna show up and play some ball, man. Ah, my service.
But yeah,
You
no, I
breaking up?
agree. What's that, Fat?
Yeah, he's breaking up. I can see you now.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Service gets a little wonky sometimes. Um,
Yeah.
but you're right. It is coming down if you guys could play a full game. I mean, that was the biggest struggles that I noticed you guys had last year was you didn't play full games. Like for
It'd
instance,
be
I
like
go back to the Broadaxe game where you guys came back from being down 18-0.
that shit
Had
was
you guys
wild. We
played
should
the
have kicked
first
the
half,
onside. We should have kicked the onside kick too, though. And just a lot of we was a young team last year, man. We had a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes, man. That's why we practice so much. And we want to
yeah,
play, man.
that's
We
on
ready for
Don though.
Saturday.
Don's got to just put anybody a kicker and kick it. That's what we tried telling him was that anybody could kick a ball. Even if say it goes out of bounds, it's still something. Something's better than nothing.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but at the
I
end of
think
the day,
Don's
that's the
learned that
past.
though. I think Don's learned that.
Yeah, he good. That was the past, man. We a completely different mob this year, man. We should be all right, man. We hungry, man. So hopefully we show up. Hopefully we show up. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I can say.
I think you guys will show up. So Thad, while you're here, you want to join us for
You said
predictions?
you said what?
You want to
Predictions?
join us for predictions?
Yeah. I got
All
you.
right.
I'm with it.
Let's go back to the first game. Me and Ross picked X Dogs. I picked Broadaxe. Who do you got?
I got the X Dogs by
X
two
Dogs.
scores. By 2 scores.
2 scores.
Y'all better put some respect on that quarterback name, man. Besides, well, excuse me, because they got quarterbacks coming in the league this year. But besides Boom, y'all better put some respect on that name, man. He like that.
Oh
Big
yeah.
game. Scores. I got them by 2 scores against Bardax.
Two
Bardax
scores.
D7, 2 scores.
All right. So obviously you can't pick the program Spartans game because I know who you're going to pick. That's a
Mm.
given. I'm personally going to go with whoever can actually play a full game between Ant and Keenan.
I'm saying Ant the quarterback. I heard it was TJ. It might be TJ Williams for real.
Wait, okay, wait, what?
Yeah, man. They might be rocking with
Tuds?
you. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. We preparing for both of them. We preparing for Ant and TJ. We'll see who come out there.
I don't know. BJ Smith is suggesting that he practiced with another team on Saturday.
I said TJ Williams.
No, I'm talking about BJ in the comments.
Oh, for real?
He's saying Ant
I can't
practiced
see.
somewhere else, but Polo says Ant's cram.
We'll see. We'll see who show up, man. If Ant show up, you ready for him? Whoever show up, yeah. I'm excited for it, though.
I'm excited too. I think it's going to be a good game. I think in the end, I it's tough. I think this is going to come down to one of the final play, to be honest. I just feel like these two teams, like I said, the power rankings show they're a little apart, but like it's maybe this much of a gap. It's not
What you
that
got
big of
him
a
at
gap.
5? What you got program at 5?
6. But with what's going on, I don't know what's happening in the program. Like I made my prediction before they lost Marley and Sean last week.
Oh, they
But
lost
they still
Sean
got
too?
guys. It ain't like they're going to come in with nobody, you know?
No, they got their core players, man. Their core players good for real. Like, yeah, they cool. Like niggas ain't sleeping on them. But I ain't know they lost Sean too though. That's wild. Was Sean with Showtime?
What's that?
Did Sean go with Showtime?
Sean has gone to Showtime. That is confirmed.
kind of figured that. Makes sense. He
I
been
mean,
rocking with Boone since he been in the league for real.
Boone ain't playing. I get the feeling Boone's going to come in with a team that may very well be better than what ADR was.
We'll see.
We shall see.
Who got the next game? Who's the next game?
Third game of the day. Warriors Ruckus. Ross, we know who you got. But who do you got, Thad?
Who the Warriors? Is Cannon playing with the Warriors still? Is Cannon playing with Showtime?
Cannon is on Showtime.
How about Coley?
I would assume Coley's on Showtime. He rides at Boone usually.
Man, I'm rocking with Rockets, man. I guess I'm gonna rock with Rockets, bro.
Ruckus?
I don't know who the hell the Warriors got.
Nobody.
They got Foster.
We got nobody.
Who's Foster?
Who's Foster?
Who's Foster throwing the ball to?
He's got Mac.
Nobody.
Okay, Mickey rocking with him, yeah. And who else?
The wide receiver and everything.
Ross says he's playing wide receiver. They don't call him Moss Pollen for nothing.
I'm rocking with Rockets, man. I'm gonna rock with Rockets this game by like 3. That's gonna be a close ass game. I'll go with Rockets
Going Ruckus.
by 3 points.
Fair enough.
Sorry about that. I'm
Okay,
texting somebody right now. I think this game is going to come down to who actually shows up for both sides because both sides had attendance problems in the offseason. Ruckus didn't have many guys. Warriors, when they practiced against Spartans and against Program that day, they didn't have many guys. If either team brings enough, each side can win. Myself personally, knowing what I know about both sides, I think we're in for another dogfight. But I think the Warriors pull this one out in a narrow game. It's going to be close, though. I think it comes down to a Kyle Marshall field goal. That's something Ruckus does not have as special teams right now. Remember, they did lose Jeremy Rupert. So without a kicker, there's an element of the game they've already lost. That is their starting safety. He's been there for many. Who is playing safety? What is the Ruckus defense now? Remember, he had 8 interceptions in the spring of 18. He led the league in picks. Jeremy Rupert was an all WCFFL player in 2018. So personally, I think when you got to replace him and fix the defense and special teams, I think Warriors put this one in.
But tell me, does it help playing her without the crowd here, particularly in the U.S.? For sure.
I'm about to turn on this game for real. It just came in my basement. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, you good, man. Final game of the day, fellas. Pure chaos and misfits. On a count of 3, who do we got winning? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Misfits.
Misfits gonna beat the shit out.
You got
They're
your
gonna blow them out.
day
That's gonna be. I'm not even gonna stay for that one.
I can't.
I
I tried. I like going for other guys, but I can't.
let's put it like this. Do you know how many guys walked up to me at OMFFL last week and said they were looking forward to playing in the quote-unquote Saturday League?
That's good though. I love that competition. Tell them bring all them motherfuckers for it. We need some buck. Bring people.
I feel like this is
Regan gonna bring everybody, man. That's what Regan famous for, man. We need that for real, man.
We do.
Niggas need that type of.
There's going to be a lot of big names coming to county this season that a lot of people around here have not seen in live. Only have heard of them. And I get the feeling, and I'm not going to spoil who's coming from what I've been told last week, but Regan's got a squad. I think Misfits win this one handedly.
It's gonna be a blowout.
Oh, yeah.
And niggas is itching to play football too. That's the thing about it. So, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of new faces out there for real. I'm looking forward to it. What the fuck?
I'm looking forward to it as well as we get ready for the 2020 fall season. Ross, you ready? Thad, I know you're ready.
Oh yeah, I'm locked in, man. You hear me?
Are you also
I'm ready for
watching?
this
Are
shit.
you also watching a hockey game right now?
No. I'm watching Utah Denver.
Okay, I thought I heard the hockey game too. I was confused. I thought I heard Boston. My bad. I'm deaf.
You good? I'll get down with the hockey.
Who's winning the Utah Denver game?
I gotta head up out of here though, man. I'm gonna see y'all Saturday though, Joey.
All right, man. I'll see you Saturday, and we'll see
Yes,
you
sir,
guys
yes,
in a
sir.
few for the next episode.